Hey, what's going on, guys? Taj from Stack Trading here for another trade of the day. And today there are actually quite a few candidates for trade of the day. We considered giving it to the overall market, the SPYs, the Qs, and a few other individual names such as Tesla. But to be honest, we have to give it to AMC, mainly because AMC was the stock we played multiple times today. We initially started off going long AMC this morning, but once it really started to show some weakness, the meme market as a whole started showing weakness. Um, this is going to upset a few of you out there, but we actually did short AMC at that moment. We shorted AMC a few times actually as it started to sell off, so adding a little bit to the fire there. But the thing to keep in mind is that we're day trading, right? We're not in the industry of just holding, hoping that this stock is going to continue to rally, right? For those of you doing that, just be careful. Just be careful with stocks like these. Make sure you're always protecting yourself, hedging against your positions, and be very calculated with your risk. But for us, we don't care. We don't care if the stock goes up. We don't care if the stock goes down. We're going to day trade it each and every day. As long as there's volatility, as long as there's price action there for us, we'll trade it. We'll use the strategies that we spent years developing to really find the opportunities with these names. So before we kick things off, please make sure to like the video, give us that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn that notification button on. But with that being said, let's go ahead and kick things off. How did we trade AMC this morning? What will we be looking at with AMC? And what are our expectations moving forward with AMC? So coming into the morning, AMC was actually pretty choppy for the most part. Closed yesterday right here at $49.34. Coming into the morning, there was a pretty hefty sell-off, but as we started getting closer to the open around 9:30, AMC really started to recover a good chunk of those losses. I think right before the open, AMC was around $48. So not much of a sell-off to be concerned about coming into the open. But right out of the gates, we knew for AMC if it could break around 48, 80, 40, $49, AMC could be a good long. So right out of the gates, AMC erupted to the upside. 5.2 million shares came in, really good volume, and shot through that entry point right around 48, 80, 49. We had some traders go long and immediately utilize that bar by bar stop, right? As soon as it shot up to 49.50, $50 especially, we threw our stops to break even right here at the low of this candle. And then once it started getting closer to 51, we really wanted to protect ourselves, right? We wanted to protect ourselves. And the main reason is because some of the other meme stocks were selling off, right? Some of the other meme stocks were selling off. CLOV at the time was selling off. GameStop at that time was selling off. So whenever you see a divergence between the two, very important to protect yourself. So we knew that coming in, and because of that, we actually ended up taking our profits. For me, right around 50-50. It did shoot as high as $51.50, but by that time, already out of the play and booking some of our profits there. Now from here, it was very important to keep an eye on AMC to see how the pullback was going to have an effect on the stock. Was this going to be a pullback, or was this going to be a complete reversal? Initially, it started off as a pretty decent pullback. I wouldn't say a healthy pullback, but a decent pullback. Something to not be too concerned about. But hit a high 51.50, pulled back down to 49.50. This was within the first 20-25 minutes. And then from here, we started to get a little bounce action. I didn't go long here. I wanted AMC to really prove itself, especially considering the past couple days that have been pretty choppy. I wanted it to prove itself a little bit more. And the main reason that I actually didn't take this bounce off the AMA, this would have been a perfectly fine entry for a long under normal circumstances. However, keep in mind what I mentioned earlier. A lot of the other meme stocks were selling off. They were taking a beating. GameStop was, CLOV was. So because of that, I didn't feel comfortable going along AMC. And good thing I didn't, because you could see here it tried to break out of $50.50, and completely got rejected. Now once this started to happen, right around here, 49 bucks, we actually got short. We actually shorted AMC right here because this actually started to form a reversal pattern. One of our go-to strategies revealed itself here, and immediately that break of 49, we were short around 49 bucks. That break of 49, AMC dumped, completely dumped, came down to the low of day, put up a bit of a battle here around 47.50. But once it gave out that low of day, we ended up covering our position right around here. We had some people, I personally covered right around here, 47.35, but a few of the other members in the room held on. And then once we had that dip below 47, they threw their stops at 47, locking in that whole number just in case there was a pop that occurred. And sure enough, it did. A pop ended up occurring, and boom, got out of the position right there at $47. You can see here there was some consolidation that started to happen. We wanted to wait for a bear flag occurrence to happen, and then once the AMA finally caught up to price action, that made me comfortable reestablishing another short position on AMC. So once it started to trade back down to 47, I ended up shorting the stock there, and then immediately we had a huge flush. Now, I'll be honest, I did not milk a good chunk of this move. I actually got stopped out pretty early. The break of 47, I did throw my stops at 46 once it dipped below 46. And if you look here on the 5-minute, the high of this candle was 46.32. So I did get stopped out. I did get stopped out on this play, and I actually moved on to trade another stock, but AMC presented another short opportunity, although we got stopped out, right? There was another mini bear flag that formed here, and some of our traders got in on this. Some of our traders were still holding. They were like, you know what, we're gonna give it to the AMA. And then some other traders got in and said, hey, that's a bear flag. You know, this is something that we're looking for constantly in the trading room. Got in on that break of 45.50, and as soon as this printed $45, I kid you not, this thing flushed $1 within 10 seconds. Within 10-20 seconds, flush. You can see the volume spike that occurred here. Biggest volume on the day. 7.1 million shares came in. Now, a candlestick like this usually means it's the climactic candle, right? It's the big move before we have some type of bounce, and we did have a bounce here. A lot of our traders got stopped out here at 43 bucks. That break of the hold number down to 42.79. They kept trailing it that way. Got stopped out at 43, and then a few other people got stopped out at 44. Now from here, AMC actually ended up bear flagging again. We were out of the live trading room by this time, and a few other traders actually got caught up in GME. I think a few people actually played this as well, but AMC formed another bear flag here at $43.50. We had a few traders go short here, throw their stops around 44.50, and immediately flushed down to 40 bucks. Now the entire morning, we were mentioning that $40 is just going to serve as a psychological support zone. On the chart, there's actually really no support at 40 bucks, right? We look back at some of the data. There really isn't any support until around 30. I think it was around 37. Yeah, $37.60. But AMC, we knew $40. Every $10 is always going to serve as either a psychological support or a psychological resistance number, especially when you have it falling like a knife as AMC was. So because of that, a lot of our traders actually ended up covering at $40 or giving it up to $41. So look at that. From here, AMC has actually ended up recovering a good chunk of it because we actually didn't have any more bear flag formations after that dip below 40. So there really was no point to get short. But it really just goes to show if you can identify little patterns like that, little situations that occur, such as whole number support, whole number resistance zones, it could really take advantage of some of the possible bounces that can occur and cover your position, such as we've had here with AMC. So with that being said, we kind of covered how we traded AMC, both to the upside and to the downside. Where does AMC go from here? We've had about 3 consecutive days of a pullback. Where does AMC go from here? Well, if I'm looking at the chart, I'll be quite honest, it does not look good for AMC. I think we could trade back down to 30 bucks in the next day or two, considering the pullback. But I do think we are due for a bounce soon. So my prediction is I think AMC will come back down to the 20 period moving average, right around 35 to 30 bucks range. And then I think that's when you'll start to see AMC catch another bounce. Now will AMC shoot back up to all-time highs of 72.62? My money is no. My money is on no. However, I am a day trader. I'm not a investor. So I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong for you, for those of you that are holding. I hope I'm wrong, right? I want to see everyone out there making money. But with that being said, just make sure that you are very careful, especially if you bought up here at these elevated prices. We had a lot of people in our community asking about AMC, what do we think about it? And we were constantly preaching it does look overvalued, especially when it was up here at 50, 60, 70 bucks. This is not a good price to get in. We have had traders swinging this since $12, $13 when we called the break off of the 8 of May. Right here on, what is this, May 24th, we had traders start their swing positions, both with options contracts and with shares. That was the moment to go long. The moment to go long wasn't up here at 50, 60, $70, right? You're buying at historic prices for this stock as it's up, 200, 300, 400, 500%. That's not the time you want to buy. You remember the name of the game, you want to buy low and sell high. Everyone who bought here at 12, 13 bucks, selling up here at 70, 72, 60, 50, right? So just always keep that in mind whenever you see stocks like this have moves like this, right? Don't have the FOMO. Wait for your setup and attack. That's how we're going to approach it, both for day trading and for swing trading. So that being said, guys, again, please make sure to like the video, comment below your thoughts about some of our viewpoints or even your viewpoints on things, and make sure to turn on that notifications channel or that notification setting so you can be informed of when we go live. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us. We'll catch you tomorrow for our last trading day of the week. Have a good one, guys. Peace.